100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, alert three.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. This is Carson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Watch out. Check. Move the team. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
No. Showing it. Slam. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
Hey, 0.
Now it's Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
You must be getting tired of seeing this.
From the gun, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
Rush in.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught by Hollister. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now a give, right side. Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
54 Mike. Check.
Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check three. Shift, watch the shift. Check.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Right there.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
14, find it.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 44-yard line.
Mike 40. They get check 52. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check 9. Tighten up.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Watch the twist. Kill. 25, check 25. One left. No.
First down, the run with Lynch. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second down 6 at the 38-yard line.
You got double up. Front left. Kill. Check 43. 40's mine.
On second down, Lynch. Lynch fighting, and he lost the football.
That's it, baby. That's it.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Got it. Kill. Turn up. 95. Mike 40. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. A second down throw for Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, Wood.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Yellow. Hey, R7.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
Now Cousins. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Check Mike 40, check Mike 40. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Shift. Check 26, check 26. Smart that. Short.
Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Wide, get wide. Check 4. I got listen.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Let's go, defense. Let's go, 4 down. Hey, here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, 82 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch Twitch. Watch Twitch. He's crashing.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
SOS. Alert. Check out read. Check. Fresh.
They'll run this with Homer. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And it's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
A gain of 14. Brings up second and 1 at the 39-yard line.
Mike 40. Eddie Weapons. You think you gonna get this? Check. You think you gonna get this? Back.
Again, it's Homer. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Check 13. 49. Check 49. Mike Stone.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check curls. He's checking. Crash. Shoot. Alert. Switch.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Keep it up, guys. Alert. Mike 40. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Come on. 40's
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
One. Check.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Hey, Ringo, 48. 55. Hey, eat. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Mike 55. 22 jet bombers.
Running for it. Here's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Check 24. He's coming. Double up.
On 1st down, Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Linval Joseph able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Gun.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check safety. Alert 3. Got it. Check 3.
Now Lentz running right, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
14.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Come to my work. Check 99. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check.
They'll run with Lynch, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd down and goal. Wilson steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, alert. Watch the run, watch the run.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. Being checked. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st down, here's Madison. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
The Seahawks take over
We got
1st
this.
and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Bandit, showing up, slam, check 20. Alert. Watch twist.
Now a give, running right is Lynch. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Pick the edge. Come. Big edge. Zebra. Check 3. Bang.
Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Squeeze, double. All right, 55. Hey, shoot. Yo. Gun. Yo. Check 50. Yo. Check 55 to Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
To throw, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Zero. At the 38-yard line.
Now Wilson. Flushed, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Go. Shoot. Check, nickel.
He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Cousins just going to take this one down to a knee and end it. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them